Hi, and welcome to my final reflective analysis and final reflection of this program. Yes, it's very exciting. So let's get down to business. When I first began this program last September, my vision of teaching and learning was very shallow in terms of my thinking. I thought because I was already working as a DECE that this was the next logical step, as I was already doing the job and just getting paid significantly less. What I didn't realize was the pressures and expectations that are put on teachers is much higher than those that I felt as a DECE. Teachers may make a good wage, but they are working hard for it. There are so many more aspects to teaching that I never realized prior to coming here. It's not just about picking an expectation and finding an activity that meets the expectation, which is how I thought it was when it came to planning. Planning alone is a huge task. Starting with the end in mind, what do you want your students to learn? How will you get them there? And how will you know that they learned? Considering accommodations, modifications, IEP writing and implementation, report card writing, parent-teacher interviews, extracurricular activities, as well as balancing your home and family life. This is just one piece of the teaching puzzle, and I'm already exhausted thinking about it. My current vision places the student at the front, realizing that every student has the potential to succeed even if it doesn't align with my expectations. Student mental health and well-being, I have now realized, plays a huge role in their achievement at school. Not only will I implement a tribes classroom, like I said in my first analysis, but I will be more alert to the signs and symptoms of mental illness as a result of the mental health first aid. Students are struggling before they walk into the classroom, and we expect so much of them not knowing what's going on. As part of my matured vision, the idea of a maker pedagogy, inquiry, problem and project-based learning has really made me look at teaching in a new light. I've realized that the way I went to school and learned is not the way our current students are learning. We need to make meaningful, real-life connections that encourage our students to think critically, focusing on 21st century learning skills like collaboration, communication, critical thinking, and problem solving. Placing an emphasis on these skills will help our students develop grit and will better prepare our students for the future. My first goal is to ensure that I get to know all of my students, using a class profile, community circles, and informal discussions. I now realize the importance of this as setting the foundation of what my school year will look like and sound like. Knowing my students makes differentiated instruction that much more feasible. It also lets students know I care about them. I know I will not have my own classroom from the beginning, but as an occasional teacher, I will do my best I can to get to know my students, even if only for a day. My second goal is to continue the journey of using technology in the classroom in a meaningful way. I never came to UOIT because of the technology component, but in hindsight I am so grateful that I did. I was able to do my internship at the Makerspace Lab, working in the lab as well as going out into the community, introducing new technology, and showing teachers that there is meaning and many curriculum connections. I would like to work part-time in the lab in the new year to continue my goal of learning more about integrating technology into the classroom, as well as encouraging educators to try, even if they aren't there yet. My final goal would be to continue my professional development journey as a lifelong learner. I don't want to stop learning and growing because I get complacent in a classroom. I need to be a model for my students, letting them know that learning never stops, no matter what stage in your life you are at. Part of my professional development journey, as a result of my outdoor education class, is that I would like to learn more about the outdoors and what would be involved in becoming an outdoor ed teacher, working at the outdoor education centers that the Durham District School Board operates. I love the idea of the third classroom as the teacher, and there is nothing better than using the outdoors and connecting back to nature as a teacher. I would like to thank you for taking the time to listen to my final reflective analysis. I would like to thank all of my previous teachers, family, friends, and all of the faculty here at UOIT for your help in shaping me into the teacher that I am today. I can confidently say now, I am a teacher, and I will not stop until I'm proud. In the words of John Dewey, we do not learn from experience, we learn from reflecting on experience.